I like to pee in the shower a lot.
There I was, with the world's most watched streamer, Jynxzi. Together, we explored great existential questions and conjured the sounds of velociraptors.
I think they're my spirit animal.
Who is Jynxzi?
Didn't hit puberty till I was like 17 years old.
And why is he wet? Go deep with me, Dr. Umstick, as I bite into Jynxzi's gamer passion like it's a delicious drumstick. Jynxzi reminds us that we're all just one cone away from losing our cool and melting down. This video is brought to you by Drumstick, featuring Jynxzi. Hello, Jynxzi.
What's up, Dr. Umstick?
So, many people know your name by now, Jynxzi. What does Jynxzi mean?
I just thought it sounded like really intimidating. Like if someone entered into a lobby with someone and saw that gamer tag, it'd be like an intimidating gamer tag. This is my world and you're just... But there's no real meaning to it.
I see. We'll come back to that. Let's start here. What's your preferred sleeping position?
I've never slept any way other than on my side. Can't do it. I have this thing ever since I was a kid where I like to put my arm under my pillow and then I just like lay under my arm and I can't sleep any other way.
Fascinating. I've noticed you like soccer. Have you ever thought about going pro?
I really wanted to be a professional soccer player. That was my first ever dream. But I didn't hit puberty till I was like 17 years old. So I was like, well, this just seems like a bad spawn point. It seems like bad RNG. But when you play video games, you can be 4 foot tall or you can be 40 foot tall. As long as you have a tall enough monitor or a short enough monitor, you can be the greatest in the world. And I think that's why gaming is a beautiful thing.
Beautiful like a cold, creamy drumstick. Forgive me, Jynxzi. Anyway, my next question. You lip sync a lot, but do you ever sing?
I don't really think I'm a good singer though, but I try.
No pressure, but I think you have a song you'd like to sing for us today. I love Drumstick.
I love Drumstick.
Creamy and delicious.
Okay, hold on. Creamy and delicious.
Nutty with a chocolatey shell.
Nutty with a chocolatey shell.
Chocolatey shell. Did you hear that? We harmonize like two drumstick cones in the same box.
Maybe I should just quit everything and start singing.
Have any other secret hobbies we should know about?
I like to pee in the shower a lot.
Go on.
The pee goes right down the drain with the water, and for me, it's the most like relaxing form, and it feels the best. I do that every day, to be honest. I've actually never told anyone that, so.
All good. It's just you and me.
I also like peeing on trees because I feel like your whole body is like tan, but it never gets any love. I want to give it a little bit of a tan if I could, because I feel like he's neglected.
I respect how you care for your body. What have you learned during your rapid ascent to fame?
Like when it comes with like money or fame, it doesn't change you. It just shows who you were the entire time. And I thought that was like the truest thing I've ever heard. And for me, the most important thing is I don't ever want to change like who I was and just like that kid in that room who was just completely lost and didn't really know what I wanted to do. I really did like find myself in streaming, and it's definitely different when you have like a lot of people relying on you, because everyone's going through stuff. Like some nights someone might have like, their parents might be arguing and they just want to put in their headphones and just watch the stream for a couple hours and just turn their brain off. And for me, that's the biggest purpose I've ever felt, is knowing that you can help people get through stuff.
That's beautiful to hear. Do you remember why I wanted to talk today?
Yeah.
So, I was on a plane recently, scrolling through social media, and I got sucked into all the unhinged videos on the Drumstick account. Then I kept going, and hilarious fail videos came up next. Then, gamers melting down. And then, Jynxzi, a clip of you popped up. Wait, here, let me play it.
Good rain.
This is my world and you're just...
So?
That was loud.
What happened?
There was an enemy on the roof there, and I kind of headshotted him pretty swiftly. And I wanted to get in his head because I like mental warfare when I'm in a competitive environment. You know, I was sending the message, and as I started sending the message, there was a explosive RC car placed at my foot by another enemy. And I tried to get out of the message and run away, and my ankle was blown off.
Let's watch the playback again. When you feel a meltdown coming on, what's going through your mind?
Everything just goes red, and I just genuinely feel like I'm the most unlucky player in the world, and I just start screaming. When I lose a game or lose a round, I get this image that whoever's beating me is smiling while they look at their monitor.
Leading up to your meltdown, you say, "This is my world, and you're just..." And then it cuts out.
Yep.
Can you finish that sentence for me, Jynxzi?
This is my world and you're just living in it. Basically saying I'm the king and he's literally just a byproduct of my world.
Now another question. Do you have an inside voice?
No. When I was in middle school, my librarian absolutely hated me. So much so to where she called my mom about how loud I was. And I don't know if I have an inside voice. You know what? Let me try.
Practice your inside voice with me, Jynxzi. Say, drumstick.
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 Like it's the deepest secret you've ever told. Drumstick.
Drumstick. Drumstick.
What a word. Let's go back in time. You're on the beach in Florida, and you meet a younger version of yourself, Kid Jynxzi. What advice would you give your younger self?
Stop trying to be cool all the time. When I was in high school, I always wanted to fit in and I wanted to be popular. And I came to the realization that, you know, after high school is all said and done, you're not really going to see these people anymore. And you shouldn't really live your life based on other people's opinions. I didn't even want to tell people I was streaming because I was worried that they might judge me or whatever. But at the end of the day, if someone is judging you for what you want to do, they're probably not a good person to be around to begin with. I think if I just spent less time caring about what other people thought, I would have made it a lot further, a lot faster. But I have no real regrets. I'm glad everything happened the way it did.
I see. Speaking of quantum physics, if your meltdown spawned a new universe, what would we find in Jynxzi's meltdown universe?
Velociraptors. Velociraptors are my spirit animal.
Go on.
Yeah. So Velociraptors are hyper intelligent. Every numbskull is like, well, I'm scared of the T-Rex. No. If you stand still, the T-Rex is lost. Velociraptors are about 1/100th the size of a T-Rex. But oh my god. Are you escaping a Velociraptor? No. They're faster than you. They're smarter than you. They're more aware than you. And that's what I model my video game playstyle after. Is I want to be a full-fledged motherfucking Velociraptor.
Paleontologists have argued for years whether or not raptors were solitary or if they were pack animals. Are you a family man or a lone raptor, Jynxzi?
I think family is the most important thing in the world. You can't really ever love someone the same way you love your family. I was very fortunate to have the family that I did. Some people don't have that. The biggest person for me who I've kind of talked to my whole life has always been my dad. He's helped me with a lot of stuff, and he's always just been there from like ground zero. And it's always a person where like, no matter what I'm going through, I can just talk to him and I know I'll like feel better about it and have like better guidance on it.
You bought your dad a car recently. That was pretty special.
I think when I look back on my whole life, I think that was probably the best day of my life. It was something I've always wanted to do. And he's always told me how he liked that car specifically.
What about love? Have you ever fallen in love, Jynxzi?
I've fallen in love before. I think love is an interesting thing because I think true love is when you care more about a person's feelings than your own feelings. And I think when you have something like that, it's really special and it's something you should always like protect no matter what.
I know the feeling well. I've learned about love. I lost my drumstick once, and I melted down thinking about it being lost forever, not meeting again. I was so lost, Jynxzi. But I realized what my true love in life was. Drumstick.
So do you love Drumstick more than yourself, Doctor?
Of course I love Drumstick more than anything, Jynxzi. I feel like we really get each other, Jynxzi. Look at us, both passionate men, on journeys to our own destinies. What's something you'd like the world to know about you that they don't know yet?
I feel like my community kind of knows almost everything about my life. They find like baby pictures of me. I never wanted to be rich from streaming. I never wanted to be famous. My only ever goal was just to make a living doing it. Like literally just, if I could make, $1,000, $2,000 a month and I could eat dinner, I was cool with streaming. The original goal was never to be like famous. It was literally just so I could play video games as my job. And when I saw the first like $100 come in from streaming, I was over the moon because I was just like, well, I made $100 playing a video game. This is like all I want to do for the next 20 years.
20 years is a long time. What's your vision for the future of gaming?
I personally think gaming will eventually one day be bigger than sports. I think the esports world will be bigger than sports. It's kind of like anyone can just pick up a controller, anyone can pick up a mouse and keyboard and play.
So, what have you learned from your career in gaming so far?
The number one piece of advice I would give to anyone in life is people's opinions of you are just opinions. If someone tells you that you can't do something, they probably can't see themselves doing it. If someone's miserable, they're gonna try to make you miserable. So spend every day waking up with a smile on your face, chasing after something that completes you and gives you that sense of accomplishment. I think what the beauty of gaming is, anyone can be the best if you really just put your mind to it. And I think that's why it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Matters of the heart and matters of the body. Have you learned any good gaming moves?
The first incredible gaming move that I would recommend to any and all controller players is to sit criss-cross applesauce. Anyone who's sitting like this, it's like your range of motion is like not great. But this is the aerodynamics of sitting criss-cross applesauce. If you sit criss-cross applesauce, you can lean into the monitor more. And if you lean into the monitor more, you react to everything faster. You're more immersed in the game. That's why whenever you see professional players, they're always 1 inch away from their monitor. They're not 2 inches. They're always 1 inch away from that monitor. The criss-cross applesauce technique is something I would recommend to any and all controller players. It's something I found ages ago, and it's never going to abandon me.
Do you ever regret melting down on the internet?
The number one time where I regretted melting down was I did my standard just axe kick right into the desk, and my PC collapsed, and I wasn't even able to stream for 2 days because I had to get a new PC. Maybe I shouldn't kick the desk that hard, knowing that the PC's leaning on the side of the table.
When you end a game that heated, what do you do to lock back in and keep going?
I do this thing called gamer showers where I grab the nearest water bottle. And I'm right back into it.
Have you ever tried just snacking on a drumstick instead?
I think I should try that.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flying. No. Freeze time. No. Reading minds. Reading minds. What are you thinking right now, Dr. Umstick?
I'm thinking about how physically intimidating we can become. Can I see a Jynxzi axe kick?
Yeah. Would you like slow motion, full motion? What do you want?
Let's start slow.
What did you think of that?
Now show me the real thing.
Oh my God. My light just... All right, we're good.
I can see that we are both natural athletes. Got any other sports moves?
Pass to the point guard.
A rebound and an assist. Versatility on and off the court. I see generational talent.
I think I'm done streaming. Thank you, Dr. Umstick.
You're welcome, Jynxzi. I've learned so much today. As passionate people, we might find ourselves a moment away from a meltdown, but together, I think we've learned there's a delicious way to cool a hot head. I think it's time for you to go collect that package I sent you.
Oh my God. It's time? I'll be back.
Breathe it in. Examine it. Now that looks like the perfect snack to enjoy while your game loads. What do you feel so far?
I smell nuts. And I feel this crispy cone in my hands. Dr. Drumstick, can I lick it?
However you want to start, let's dig in.
This is great. This is great. Yeah. It's nutty and creamy. This might be the best treat I've ever had in my life. Bye, Mr. Caramel. Bye, Mr. Caramel. I'm getting to the best part right now. Say I won't one bite this.
I could. Nice and crispy cone, yeah? Mmm. Chocolatey.
The chocolate at the bottom, I forget about it every time. And it just reminds me.
That's just what Drumstick is. Delicious and full of goodness. Tell me, how was your snack?
If only you could just join me on the adventure I was just on right there. Took a trip down the Caramel River, strolled through the chocolatey trees, and took a little dip in the creamy crevices.
And what did you find?
I found joy. Drumstick was telling me it's gonna be okay. I'm here.
That's what I'm here for, Jynxzi. I knew there's so much more to your meltdown than rage. I knew we could inspire each other. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Follow me here. Follow me closely.
Drumstick.
Emphasis on the K at the end. Emphasis on the K at the end.
Another day, another drumstick.
You're a beautiful man, Doctor.